Okay, let's start the revision of anti-malarial drug first. We have discussed in the last lecture. Okay, are you ready? I have some MCQs for you. Which of the following drug belongs to the tissue schizonticides? So by this way we can revise this topic, because anti-malarial is more important than anti-amoebic drugs. The next topic which we will discuss after this discussion is anti-amoebic drugs. Okay. Option E, tissue schizonticide. Okay, very good. Option E, primaquine is the only tissue schizonticide. Otherwise, all other drugs are like mefloquine, halofantrine, chloroquine, and artemether they are the, what we call it, blood schizonticide. Very good. Blood schizonticide. Why they are called schizonticides? Because they kill or inhibit the schizone that is formed by the malarial parasite in the blood or in the liver. That's why we call it schizonticide, blood schizonticide, or liver schizonticide, or tissue schizonticide. And only one drug that is known as primaquine is used for this purpose. Otherwise, all drugs are blood schizonticide. Okay. Which of the following anti-malarial drug can be used for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis? Okay, I think all of you know about, and you should know, because chloroquine is very important, and I told you that clinical uses, adverse effect, mechanism of action, each and everything about chloroquine is very important, and all of you must know. It is at the level of must know. Okay, so chloroquine can be used for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. What else? What is the other use of chloroquine? What is the other use of chloroquine? It is also used in amoebic liver abscess. Shaista, good. It is also used, this is the use other than the anti-malarial drug. So it can be used in chemoprophylaxis of malaria or preventive therapy of malaria. It can be used for the treatment of malaria, but remember, it is only used in P. falciparum sensitive malaria. Otherwise, it is effective against all strains of all types of Plasmodium, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium falciparum. But in case of falciparum, it is only effective against sensitive strains of Plasmodium falciparum. If in any society or community resistant strains of Plasmodium falciparum is common, then we prefer the artemether based or artemisinin based therapy. But we have multiple, there are multiple clinical uses of chloroquine. I told you in the last lecture that these are the very important and very common uses of chloroquine. Otherwise, chloroquine can be used in some other conditions as well. If it is, I think usually it is asked, write down the 4 clinical uses, or it's like this. And you have your SCQ should be according to the marks and according to the time. अगर आपका marks देखो, आप कितने marks हैं इसके, ठीक है, अगर आप लिखोगे तो गलत नहीं होगा शाजमीन. आप marks देखो और अपना जो है वो time देखो, उसके accordingly आप अपना answer जो है वो adjust कर सकते हो. ठीक है, अगर 1 नंबर का आपका सवाल है तो it is useless कि आप उसमें बहुत ज्यादा चीजें लिखो. आपने सिर्फ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें लिखनी है. अगर वो 2 नंबर 3 नंबर का है, फिर इसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप उसको कर सकते हो. ठीक है, ये कॉमन यूजेस हैं 4 इसके, बाकी और काफी सारे यूजेस हैं. ठीक है, इस तरह इस रिएक्शन में. Okay. Which drug should be given later to eradicate schizones and this is, I think, repetition. latent hypnozoids in the patient's liver. I think all of you know about it. Good, option C is correct, primaquine. Okay, which of, एक मैं और वैसे ही पूछ लेती हूँ, which of the following drug can cause a specific group of adverse effect known as synchronism? Which of the following drug can cause a specific group of adverse effect that is known as synchronism? Very good. That is quinine. Quinine causes the group of adverse effect that is known, and specific group of adverse effect that is known as synchronism. And this group has tinnitus, nausea, vomiting, headache, dizziness, etc. Okay. Okay. Which drug should be used for oral treatment of acute attack of Plasmodium vivax है लिखा हुआ, ये क्या है? I think मुझे क्योंकि नजर नहीं आ रहा आप लोगों का, वो बाहर आ गया. Malaria but does not eradicate exoerythrocytic form of the parasite. G. Which drug should be used for oral treatment of the acute attack of Plasmodium vivax या oval जो भी है malaria but does not eradicate exoerythrocytic form of this parasite? You are confused by this MCQ. हाँ, बाकी पहले सीधे सीधे MCQ से तो आप लोगों ने फौरन मुझे आंसर किए. Think about it. कायनात ने हिम्मत की है, हाँ, कि जो है इसने ऑप्शन ए लिखा है. अच्छा, सहरीन भी थोड़ी कंफ्यूज है. ठीक है. The correct answer of this MCQ is chloroquine. अगर आप लोग अपना वो रिकॉल करो उसको, तो मैंने कहा था कि आपको क्लोरोक्विन इज अ ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस इन ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ मलेरिया एक्सेप्ट इन प्लाज्मोडियम falciparum resistant malaria. Keep in mind, इससे आपने कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है कि chloroquine is only not used in patient having malaria with resistant strains of Plasmodium falciparum. Otherwise, it has good effects or good activity against Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, and sensitive strains of Plasmodium falciparum. And why chloroquine is very much famous? Because it is quite safe. It's a safe drug, and it is a basic drug that can be used for the treatment of all type of malaria, except in resistant strains. सो अगर रेजिस्टेंट स्ट्रेन्स की बात आएगी तो आपने जो है ना वो करना है इसको दूसरा ऑप्शन देना है कोई और, वो भी डिपेंड करता है कि किस पे. अगर आप कॉमन है तो दैट इज आर्टीमीथर बेस्ड थेरेपीज है. ठीक है. इन केस ऑफ रेजिस्टेंट प्लाज्मोडियम falciparum malaria, then the artemether या artemisinin based therapy combination therapies are used or preferred. Clear? I think this is the last MCQ. Okay. Okay, can you tell me the drugs that can be used for chemoprophylaxis other than chloroquine? Other than chloroquine, what are the other drugs that can be used for the prevention of malaria? What are the other drugs that can be used for chemoprophylaxis other than chloroquine? Good. Second drug is, I'm waiting for the response, other responses. It is a mefloquine. Okay. Second one is the mefloquine. What else? Good. Doxycycline. And Malaron. What is Malaron? Malaron is a combination. It is a combination, and you should know what are the drugs included in this combination, because it can be asked in your MCQs. Malaron. Malaron has two drugs. Very good. Atovaquone, and proguanil. Good. Atovaquone, all of you must remember, atovaquone plus proguanil is a combination that is known as primaquine. Okay? That is known as primaquine. Okay. Okay, Malaron. Okay, Malaron, mefloquine, yes, Sarah, primaquine, and we have 5 drugs. Remember, we have 5 drugs that can be used for chemoprophylaxis. Number 1, chloroquine. Number 2, mefloquine, primaquine, doxycycline, and Malaron. These are the 5 drugs that can be used for the chemoprophylaxis in different areas according to their sensitivity to different areas. ठीक है. अगर क्लोरोक्विन सेंसिटिव एरिया है देन क्लोरोक्विन इज अ ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस. अगर क्लोरोक्विन रेजिस्टेंट मलेरियाज हैं तो उसमें मेफ्लोक्विन या मेलारोन या इन चारों ड्रग्स में से कोई भी यूज हो सकती है. ठीक है. बट आप लोगों को ये याद होना चाहिए, यूजुअली इट इज नॉट आस्क्ड विच ड्रग इज इफेक्टिव और सेंसिटिव टू इन विच एरियाज. यूजुअली इट इज नॉट आस्क्ड. इट इज आस्क्ड दैट antifolate is not in this list. ठीक है. Antifolate is not in this list according to the list that is given in the CATSM. Okay. So only name of the drug is are asked. So you must know these 5 names: chloroquine, mefloquine, primaquine, doxycycline, and Malaron. Okay. And then can you tell me the artemisinin based combinations? These are also 5 combinations. Okay, 5 combination, and you must remember the name of the drug present in these combinations. You have to write it down, the combination. Lumefantrine is used in combination with artemether. Okay, artemether and lumefantrine. This combination is very famous, especially in our part of the world. It is available with the name of Quartum, Artem plus, like that. ठीक है. Artemether plus lumefantrine, and it is the common question. Even I am, as examiner, I used to ask, what are the drugs that is commonly used in our part of the drug, and no one knows. And आप लोग बताते हो कि chloroquine है, mefloquine है. Now it is not used because we have a resistant strains of Plasmodium falciparum. That's why chloroquine is not used for malaria in our part of the world, and we prefer lumefantrine plus artemether. Okay. The other combination, good, artesunate and mefloquine. Good. This is another combination, and you all of these drugs must have a artemether based therapy. Different types of, we have 3 types of artesunate drugs. The number 1 is artemether, artesunate, and dihydroartemisinin. ये 3 फॉर्म है artemether based therapies की. ठीक है. तो ये different उसमें present है different combinations में. The one combination is artemether plus lumefantrine. Second is artesunate plus mefloquine. Third combination it is artesunate plus sulfadoxine plus pyrimethamine. ठीक है. Sulfadoxine and pyrimethamine was called Fansidar in the past, and this group is very effective, but now it has resistance. That's why artesunate is added with this. Artesunate is added with this. ठीक है. And then we have जो have dihydroartemisinin plus piperacin. Good. पेप्राकोइन प्लस डाईहाइड्रो आर्टीमेसिनिन, ये 5 थेरेपीज हैं, ये 5 कॉम्बिनेशन है एंड इट इज नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू रिमेम्बर. ठीक है, आप सब लोगों को ये याद होना चाहिए. Then what else? What are the common adverse effect of chloroquine? What are the common adverse effect of chloroquine? Yes, pruritus, urticaria, GI symptoms. GI symptoms आप बिल्कुल without any confusion आप कह सकते हो. GIT symptoms, then simply, okay, malaise, good, headache and malaise, and eye पे इसके effect होते हैं जो common है. Blurring of vision. ठीक है, the common adverse effects are the related with the rash like pruritus and urticaria, GI upset, headache and blurring of vision. अगर आप देखोगे तो common adverse effects are these, but rare adverse effects, all anti-malarial drug can cause hemolysis in good Shazmin, long term ototoxicity and retinopathy. हम पहले जो है वो rare and important adverse effect की बात कर लें, then we will talk about the adverse effect that can occur with higher doses and with long term treatment, like in rheumatoid arthritis or other autoimmune disease, like you told me that leproid reactions. ठीक है, या lepromatous leprosy. So rare adverse effect is hemolysis hemolysis caused in the glucose 6 dehydrogenase deficiency. Deficient patient is very common with all anti-malarial drugs. ठीक है, सारी drugs करती हैं सबसे ज़्यादा. And which drug is very important in this regard? Okay, you have to check the status of glucose 6 phosphorus dehydrogenase before starting the treatment. Which anti-malarial drug? You should not start without knowing the status of this enzyme. Yes, this is primacoin. Primacoin is the only drug that you must start. Okay. So primacoin is the only drug that must be started after having information about the glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Otherwise, patient may have a very severe hemolysis. Clear? And only उन patients में ही हम देंगे जिनमें इसका status normal है. And primacoin must be given for 14 days after using the basic anti-malarial drug. But because all of you know, primacoin is effective against tissue schizonticides, so it should not be a first line therapy कि एक patient आपके पास anti-malarial का आता है या उसमें अगर क्या कहते हैं डायग्नोज हो गई PYOX या P-OVAL फॉर्म, तो आपने उसको सिर्फ प्राइमाकोइन दे दिया. इट विल नॉट बी जस्टिफाइड. प्राइमाकोइन आपका सिर्फ टिश्यू शिजोंटिसाइड हेप्नोजॉइड्स को किल करेगा. इट हैज नो इफेक्ट ऑन द एरिथ्रोसाइटिक स्टेज, so it will not relieve the symptoms. It should be started after the use of chloroquine or any other drug. 2-3 दिन या 2-4 दिन जो भी इसका ट्रीटमेंट यूज करने के बाद आपने स्टार्ट करनी है, ताकि जो हिप्नोजॉइड फॉर्म है वो एराडिकेट की जा सके. ठीक है, और कौन कौन से एडवर्स इफेक्ट हैं इसके? Then it has a important adverse effect on the ears. It causes impaired hearing. It can cause CNS adverse effect like psychosis, confusion, ठीक है, alopecia, and with long-term use it can cause retinopathy, myopathy, peripheral neuropathy. और अगर इसको हम देंगे मेफ्लोक्विन के साथ for long period के लिए, तो it can cause irreversible ototoxicity, because mefloquine also causes irreversible toxicity. So you can write it down all these adverse effects, लेकिन priority wise. If you want to get a good marks in the SCQs, so must write down the clinical uses, adverse effect, priority wise. जो ज़्यादा common है उनको आप पहले लिखें, जो कम common है उनको आप बाद में लिखें. So it will give the good impression to the examiner. Okay, what else? Any other important thing uh, related to chloroquine or related to malaria is remaining? I think we have covered the important thing. Now we come to our today's topic. Although it is a very small topic, that's why I spend half time to the revision of anti-malarial drug, because anti-malarial drug is very important clinically as well as theoretically. So now we come to the treatment of amoebiasis. Amoebiasis is the second most common protozoal infection in our part of the world. And this infection causes by the ant amoeba histolotica, and they mainly affect or they mainly cause the infection in the intestine. It is mainly related with the infection in the intestine. A learning objective of this topic is you must know the classification of anti-amoebic drugs. You should differentiate between luminal and tissue amoebicides. You should know the mechanism of action, clinical uses, and adverse effect of metronidazole. Like in anti-malarial drug or like chloroquine, metronidazole is the key drug, or it is a prototype drug, and it is the most important drug in the chapter of anti-amoebic drugs. Other drugs are not very important, and 90%, 95% of examiners ask related to metronidazole. Otherwise I am देखें जो भी हम चीज आपको बताते हैं वो आपकी एक एवरेज या जो कॉमन चीज होती है. Otherwise the paper setting and the viva questions depend upon the examiner. ठीक है, कोई अगर उसे पसंद है दूसरी ड्रग तो वो दूसरी भी पूछ सकता है, लेकिन एक कॉमन प्रैक्टिस जो है उस कॉमन प्रैक्टिस में मेट्रोनिडाजोल इज very important. ठीक है. So what is amoebiasis? Amoebiasis is an intestinal infection that is caused by ant amoeba histolotica. Ant amoeba histolotica can cause even asymptomatic disease. Yes, flagell is metronidazole. ठीक है, फ्लैजिल जिस तरह पैनाडोल और क्या कहते हैं सिंपल ब्रूफीन हर घर में होती है, इसी तरह हम फ्लैजिल इज आल्सो वेरी कॉमन इन ऑलमोस्ट ऑल houses. So amoebiasis can be asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means, what is the meaning of asymptomatic? You must know the terminologies. I request you to must know the terminologies. As a doctor, you should know what is the meaning of asymptomatic, what is the meaning of other terms. ठीक है? So asymptomatic means without any symptoms. So this infection can be silent and it will have in some patients it has no any symptoms. Okay, but organism is present in the intestine. That is called asymptomatic. Sometimes it may cause mild to moderate infection, intestinal infection or colitis, or sometimes it may cause severe intestinal infection. It is mainly affect the colon. Okay, it mainly affect the colon. So severe infection is presented with diarrhea, or we can say dysentery. Dysentery की term आपने सुनी होगी. So the amoebiasis or sometimes bacteria can cause dysentery, not diarrhea. Diarrhea is asymptomatic, and diarrhea is mainly caused by viruses. ठीक है? But the dysentery is usually caused by the protozoa or by the bacteria. We will discuss the differences later on. So amoebiasis is an infection of the intestine, mainly 90% it is an intestinal infection, but it can cause extra intestinal amoebiasis. Mainly in extra intestinal side, the common side is the liver. So sometime in untreated patients, it may cause liver abscess. That is called amoebic liver abscess. Amoebic liver abscess. Amoebiasis is most common in the tropical and subtropical countries like malaria, and it is transmitted by the orophycal route by ingestion of the contaminated food and water that is present in the infected feces. So you can prevent amoebiasis by washing your hand before eating, or by boiling the water, by keep your surroundings clean, because it is common in areas that has poor sanitation, that are overcrowded, that is there are poverty, ignorance. ठीक है. So these are the different factors that facilitate the transmission of this infection. So you can advise your family, you can advise your surroundings, your patients to wash your hands before eating or after using washroom, and drink boiled water. ठीक है. The most common symptoms are usually the loose stool, or in our language, जो layman language हम कहते हैं डायरिया जो है वो हो गया. ठीक है. Stomach pain or abdominal cramps. It is with the dysentery this specific adverse symptom is common. Usually diarrhea, normal diarrhea without the infection is usually without pain. ठीक है. Simple होता है. But if patient having a pain along with the diarrhea, then usually it is caused by the bacteria or by the protozoa. ठीक है. Severe amoebic dysentery must have stomach pain, blood in the stool. Sometimes patient may have a fever. Chronic infection can cause jaundice, anorexia, and weight loss. This infection can be chronic. It can be acute. It can be chronic. So इसका chronic phase भी होता है. ठीक है. These are the common symptoms. अगर abscess है तो usually patient may have a pain on the right hypochondrium. Now we come to the difference between the diarrhea and dysentery. What is diarrhea? Diarrhea is a loose watery stool 3 or more times per day. Okay, 3 or more times per day. These are the watery stools, and it may be acute, persistent, or chronic. Usually it is without pain, but pain can occur. Okay, but usually it is without pain. While in dysentery is caused by the intestinal inflammation. Inflammation can be caused by the protozoa or can be caused by the bacteria. Mainly colon is involved, so the diarrhea is not very much watery. If the affected side is colon, then the diarrhea will not be very watery. Watery diarrhea usually small intestine में, because in small intestine में water content ज़्यादा होता है. In colon तक पहुँचते पहुँचते water mainly absorb हो चुका होता है. ठीक है. So if the diarrhea is because of colitis, then usually diarrhea is not very watery. So in dysentery, patient having a intestinal inflammation, so there may be a blood or mucus in the feces. There may be a blood or mucus in the feces. ये एक जो है ना वो एक key point है to diagnose the dysentery. So dysentery is different from the diarrhea and usually caused by amoebic dysentery and bacterial dysentery. Now we come to the life cycle of this protozoa. It is ingested in the form of cyst. It is ingested, as I told you, it is transmitted by orophycal route. It is ingested in the form of cyst, and then cysts go to the ileum. And here it releases the trophozoites. Okay? Trophozoites are formed in the cyst. Releases trophozoites. These trophozoites can causes the invasion of the wall of the colon, and this is the reason of presence of blood in the stool, or it can causes the multiplication of trophozoites within the colonic wall. Sometime it may penetrate the wall and can enter into the extra intestinal size, can go outside the lumen, and the most common organism that is affected outside the intestine is the liver. Okay, so it can cause liver abscess, but it is only happened with asymptomatic case के patient का कोई present ना किया हो symptom और उसके बाद उसने penetrate किया है liver तक, या फिर जो है sometime untreated cases जो भी symptoms हैं लेकिन इतने ज़्यादा नहीं हैं और उसको treat नहीं किया गया और वो उसने penetrate किया wall को और वो liver को affect किया. Then these trophozoites form the cyst again in the colon. Okay? They form the cyst, and this cyst is excreted out with the feces from the anus. Okay? And then again इन कहते हैं उसको cyst को लेने की वजह से contaminated food और water में जो है this cycle will be कंटिन्यू कि ये सिस्ट अगेन जो है वो जाएगी इंटेस्टाइन में और अगेन इन्फेक्शन कॉज करेगी और दोबारा वो पेशेंट जो है वो उसको एक्सक्रीट करेगा और फिर वो कहीं किसी और के फूड में साथ जाएगी या वाटर के साथ दोबारा से इंटेस्टाइन में एंटर होगी. सो दिस इज द लाइफ साइकिल, वेरी सिंपल लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ अमेबा. Now we come to the drugs. The drugs that is used for the treatment of amoebic infection is called amebicides or anti-amoebic drugs. We have three types of drug. The drug list is not very long in case of amebicide, so it is not very difficult to remember. Okay. Tissue amebicides. Tissue amebicide means in case of extraintestinal amebiasis, chloroquine, amitin, and dihydroamitin can be used. Okay? Amitin and dihydroamitin. Dihydroamitin is a modified form or derivative of amitin. Okay? Amitin is a parent drug. While chloroquine, you all know that chloroquine can be used in liver abscess or it can be used as tissue amebicide. Both terminologies can be used. Then the drug that has that only effective in intestine on intestinal infection or luminal amebicide, that is known as diloxanide furoate, idoquinol, and paramomycin. These are the three drugs: diloxanide furoate, idoquinol, and paramomycin. Paramomycin is aminoglycoside. ठीक है, aminoglycoside है, but it can be used to treat the luminal amoebic infection if other drugs are not useful. Then the most commonly used drugs that is known as mixed amebicide, because they are useful in the intestine, they are useful in the extraintestinal sites like in the liver, and these drugs are the metronidazole and tinidazole. Metronidazole and tinidazole. Okay, both are the drug. Tinidazole is a derivative of metronidazole and it has less adverse effect and quite safe than metronidazole. Although still metronidazole is very commonly used and it is available in the name of Flagyl. Okay, Flagyl, that is very commonly used drug. So in mixed amebicides, mixed means the drug that act on both sides in the intestine and as well as in the extraintestinal side, that are metronidazole or tinidazole. Then luminal amebicide, they are only act on the intestine and they have no effect on the extraintestinal side. These are diloxanide furoate, idoquinol, paramomycin. And then pure tissue amebicide that have no effect on the intestine. And the primary drug is chloroquine. Amitin and dihydroamitin has more adverse effect, and these drugs are only used if the patient having no response to chloroquine. Okay? No response to chloroquine. Otherwise, amitin and dihydroamitin is not very preferred drugs even in the extraintestinal amebiasis. This slide shows again the site of action of different drugs. Same drugs are here. Okay, you can see this slide. Please excuse me for 1 minute. Okay, so you have seen this slide and you know the site of action of these drugs. Now we come to the metronidazole and tinidazole. Metronidazole and tinidazole is a nitroamidazole compound, and these are the prototype drug for the treatment of or the primary drug for the treatment of amebiasis. Metronidazole is mainly a tissue amebicide, but it also have an effect on the lumen or intestine. So it included in the list of mixed amebicide. Okay? It has effect on trophozoites, but not on the cyst. Remember, it is only it only kill the trophozoite and has no effect on the cyst. Cyst of his Entamoeba histolytica is killed by diloxanide furet. So we have some preparation that have a combination of metronidazole and diloxanide furet, and this combination is more effective than the single drug. So tinidazole has a better toxic profile because it has less adverse effect as compared to metronidazole, but still metronidazole is commonly used. Metronidazole, anaerobic microorganisms usually have an enzyme that is known as pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase. कौन सा enzyme है? Pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase enzymes are present in the anaerobic microorganism, and this enzyme involved in the energy production. Enzyme involved in the energy production. In susceptible anaerobic organisms, yeah, protozoa, this enzyme transfer the electron to the nitro group of the metronidazole. ठीक है, जो metronidazole है इसका nitro group, because it is a nitroamidazole derivative, इसका chemical structure ये है, तो this enzyme pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase enzyme transfer the electron to the nitro group of metronidazole and produce the free radical. ठीक है, nitro free radical produces the nitro free radical, and this nitro free radical is toxic to the protozoa, or it can causes the lysis of the cell. ठीक है, so this is for your understanding. Now the mainly we can say कि metronidazole undergoes a reductive bioactivation. ठीक है, reductive bioactivation of its nitro group by ferredoxin. This is a short form of that enzyme. Actually, this is a pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase enzyme. So, metronidazole undergoes reductive bioactivation of its nitro group by ferredoxin, ठीक है, and form the reactive cytotoxic products. Reductive bioactivation इसकी कैसे होगी? By getting the electron from this enzyme ferredoxin. ठीक है, they are getting the electron from this enzyme and form the nitro free radical, and this nitro free radical, or we can say the reductive form of metronidazole, is toxic to the parasite or protozoa. So by this way they kill the protozoa. Clear है आपको ये? You have to write it down as same as like this. ठीक है, there is no need to write down कि ये पूरा नाम, वो तो just for your information कि the full name of this enzyme is the pyruvate ferredoxin by oxidoreductase. Otherwise you can write it down ferredoxin. So ferredoxin causes the bioactive reduction of nitro group of metronidazole, ठीक है, and form the free radical, nitro free radical, or toxic form of the metronidazole. So this toxic form is causes the destruction or lysis of the protozoa or the parasite. Okay. Then we come to the clinical uses of this drug. It is mainly used in amoebiasis, or both type extraintestinal and intestinal. Then it is used for giardiasis, trichomoniasis. It can be used in enterocolitis. Now you can see I think the 7 clinical uses are written here. But usually आप क्या mistake करते हो कि आपसे जब पूछा जा रहा होता है तो आप यहाँ तक ही रहते हो, amoebiasis, giardiasis ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, और trichomoniasis. You forget enterocolitis, that is caused by Clostridium difficile. अगर आपको याद हो, pseudomembranous colitis, that is the adverse effect of amoxicillin, and that is adverse effect of given clindamycin, and this disease or this problem is treated by first line drug is metronidazole, and second line, if metronidazole is not effective, then you can use vancomycin. आप सब लोगों को I think याद होगा, ठीक है? So pseudomembranous colitis या enterocolitis, you can write it down, any one of them. Then anaerobic infections. Metronidazole is used for anaerobic infection. So especially in abdominal infections, it can be used along with, or pelvic infections, it can be used along with the other antibiotics, or even in the dental infections. आप लोग जब देखते हो अगर आपको dental infections है, usually it is used along with other antibiotics, because it has a good activity against the anaerobic organisms. So it can be used against the anaerobic infections. It can be a part of the regimen that is used for the eradication of H. pylori in peptic ulcer. If you recall your previous knowledge, then it can be used in acne rosica. Acne rosica is a disease in which patient having a redness in the central part of the face. Redness in the central part of the face, persistent redness, and this is called acne rosica. Okay, so these are the 7 clinical uses: amoebiasis, giardiasis, trichomoniasis, enterocolitis, anaerobic infections, peptic ulcer, and acne rosica. Usually, the clinical uses of metronidazole is also very commonly asked. ठीक है, इसके clinical uses भी ज़्यादा पूछे जाते हैं because it has other clinical uses other than the amoebiasis. It is a primary drug for amoebiasis. So आप सब लोगों का ख्याल होता है कि जो amoebiasis लिख दिया तो it is sufficient. लेकिन जो पूछने वाले का जो पर्पस होता है वो ये कि what are the other condition other than amoebiasis in which this drug can be used. So amoebiasis, giardiasis, trichomoniasis, enterocolitis, anaerobic infection, peptic ulcer, and acne rosica. Common adverse effects are also related with the GIT, that is nausea. The most common adverse effect of flagell, if it is used in a large doses in susceptible individuals. So nausea is a very common adverse effect. अगर आप सब लोगों ने भी कोई large doses या 400 मिलीग्राम इसकी ली होगी तो आप लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, बिकॉज नोजिया इज अ वेरी वेरी कॉमन एडवर्स इफेक्ट. देन द मेटालिक टेस्ट इन द माउथ, जो लोग यूज करते हैं उनको यकीनन ये एक्सपीरियंस हुआ होगा मेजॉरिटी को कि पेशेंट में हैव अ मेटालिक टेस्ट, अजीब सा खराब टेस्ट होता है, जो कि अगर आप क्लेरिसिड अगर किसी ने खाई होगी क्लेरिथ्रोमाइसिन, तो उसके साथ भी टेस्ट बहुत खराब होता है या उसका भी मेटालिक टेस्ट होता है. So nausea and metallic taste in the mouth is a practically very important adverse effect. Practically, तो अगर आपसे एग्जामिनर पूछता है तो you should explain कि it causes nausea and metallic taste in the mouth, और दूसरे adverse effects के बाद आते हैं. Then it may cause headache and dry mouth, and infrequent या less common adverse effects are vomiting, diarrhea, insomnia, weakness, dizziness, thrush, rash. ये आप एक लिस्ट है पूरी जो कि आप इसको याद कर सकते हो. ठीक है, इसको देख लो आप लोग. डार्क यूरिन, वर्टाइगो, पैरास्थीजिया, इनकेफेलोपैथी, न्यूट्रोपीनिया. इसके लिए आप कोई बेशक नोमोनिक बना लो और उसको याद कर लो. लेकिन जो कॉमन एडवर्स इफेक्ट हैं दैट आर नोजिया एंड मेटालिक टेस्ट इन द माउथ एंड देन हेडेक एंड ड्राई माउथ. Then we come to the amitin and dihydroamitin. These are the apicat alkaloid, okay, and they are effective against tissue trophozoites, or it is used in extraintestinal amoebiasis, but it is not a first-line drug because of its toxicity. So it is only used if patient is not resistant or not tolerate chloroquine. Then you can use. In both of these drugs, dihydroamitin comparatively has less adverse effect as compared to amitin. Amitin has more cardiovascular toxicity than dihydroamitin. So its adverse effect can be a pain, tenderness, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting. GI adverse effect mainly, and then diarrhea. जो serious toxicities हैं that are related with cardiovascular system, it can cause cardiac arrhythmia, heart failure, and hypotension. Luminal amebicide, diloxanide furoate, it is active against, it is not active against trophozoites. It is active against the cystic form of Entamoeba histolytica, against the cyst. आप इसको ये लिख लो, इसमें मैंने लिखा हुआ it is not active against ट्रोफोजोइड्स, तो आप इसको लिख सकते हो, इट इज एक्टिव अगेंस्ट द सिस्टिक फॉर्म ऑफ एंटामीबा हिस्टोलॉटिका. सो it should not be given alone. It is not effective against the trophozoites. It means it should not be given alone. It should be given in combination with other drugs, okay, like metronidazole, mainly metronidazole or tenidazole. It is contraindicated in pregnancy. The more common adverse effects are flatulence, or sometimes patient may have nausea and abdominal cramps, but it is not very common. Flatulence is common. यूजुअली जो है इनके एडवर्स इफेक्ट्स नहीं पूछे जाते. मैंने कहा ना, आपकी अगर किस्मत बुरी ना हो तो ये एडवर्स इफेक्ट यूजुअली पूछे नहीं जाते हैं, और इस चैप्टर में से मेट्रोनिडाजोल ही होती है. बट यू शुड नो द डिफरेंशिएटिंग पॉइंट्स. यू शुड नो कि दिस इज अ ड्रग belongs to the luminal amebicides and it is not active against trophozoites. It kill the cystic form of entamoeba histolytica. Usually adverse effect नहीं पूछे जाते. Then paramomycin. Paramomycin is aminoglycoside antibiotics, and all of you know that aminoglycoside cannot cross the blood, any membrane, and it will not absorb from the gastrointestinal tract. So this drug is usually given as a luminal amebicide for the local effect. As a luminal amebicide for the local effect. Paramomycin. Okay. There is. It is sufficient. I think this information is sufficient related to paramomycin. Okay. Idoquinol. Idoquinol is also a luminal amebicide, and it is it has no effect on the extraintestinal amebiasis. It is usually used in combination, as I told you. The luminal amebiasis is usually used in combination, and it is not a first-line drug. First-line drug, all of you should know that it is a metronidazole. The adverse effect, it may cause diarrhea, nausea, abdominal pain. The GI symptoms are common with this drug as well. Okay, then nitazoxanide. Nitazoxanide, this is a broad spectrum drug that cover the broad spectrum intestinal protozoa. ठीक है, intestinal microorganism, intestinal protozoa को cover करती है. It is effective against metronidazole resistant protozoa. This is a newer drug, and it is effective against, it is not a first line drug, it is only used in resistant cases. The protozoa that is resistant to metronidazole is treated by nitazoxanide. Okay, nitazoxanide. It is also effective against some some helminthic infections like Ascariasis lumbricoides, Ascaris lumbricoides. Okay. So this is a brief introduction of this drug, nitazoxanide. Okay. This is all about the anti-amebic drug. If you have any question, you can ask. This slide shows a table which is present in the Kaizen, and this table shows the treatment of the drug of choice and alternative drug of different condition of the amebiasis. You have seen here, this is the asymptomatic intestinal infection. If patient having asymptomatic infection, then you can use diloxanide furoate. ठीक है, because it means कि patient have a cystic form and जो trophozoites हैं वो release नहीं हुए हैं. ठीक है, mild to moderate infection है, then you can use metronidazole or tenidazole plus luminal agent like diloxanide furoate in combination. ठीक है, then in severe infections the dose is increased. Dose is not increased, even same उसका ही combination है. अगर hepatic abscess है, mild to moderate और severe infections के लिए we are using, I think we have same dose here. ठीक है, tinidazole की 2 gram है and luminal agents. Okay, hepatic treatment is different with hepatic abscess और amoeba. ठीक है, उसमें जो है ना वो ट्रीटमेंट उसमें भी सेम ही है, सेम ही लिखा हुआ है. So same treatment for all these conditions except in the asymptomatic intestinal infection. So you can see, you can take the information about from this table as well. So this is all about anti-amebic drugs. Toxoplasmosis and pneumocystosis is not a very important infection. If you want to read, you can read yourself. ठीक है, अदरवाइज एवरेज स्टूडेंट्स को इतनी जरूरत नहीं है. अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स अगर पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो वो अपने ओन पर इसको कर लें. क्लियर? Central parts beta for acne rosica, central part nose, for small part of the upper head, cheeks, upper lip. This is the central part of the face. So we have 3 groups of anti-amoebic drugs: mixed amebicides, luminal amebicides, and tissue amebicides. In mixed amebicides, we have metronidazole and tenidazole. In luminal amebicide, we have diloxanide furoate, idoquinol, and paramomycin. These 3 drugs are in the luminal amebicides. And in tissue amebicides, we have chloroquine, amethine, and dihydroamethine. So these 3 drugs are in the tissue amebicide. So classification is not very difficult. Sometimes it is asked, classification is asked, sometimes information regarding metronidazole is asked. So you should remember the classification and all and each and everything about metronidazole. Clear? Tinidazole clinically used in all the clinical uses are same like the metronidazole, because tinidazole is like metronidazole. It is a derivative of metronidazole, but it has less metallic taste. It has less chances of nausea that can occur with metronidazole. ठीक है? बेटा ट्रिप्नोसोमियासिस मैंने बताया आपको, ट्रिप्नोसोमियासिस और न्यूमोसिस्टोसार्कोसिस, इट इज नॉट वेरी कॉमनली आस्क्ड इन द एंड इट इज दीज आर नॉट अ कॉमन इन्फेक्शन इन अवर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. तो यूजुअली हम लोग लेक्चर इसके नहीं लेते हैं, लेकिन इफ यू वांट टू स्टडी फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन, और जो अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स हैं दे शुड रीड ऑल द थिंग्स, तो आप अपने ओन पर आप इसको कर लोगे. अदरवाइज इसका लेक्चर हम लोग नहीं लेते हैं. ठीक है? ट्रिप्नोसोमियासिस के इट्स ऑन यू कि आप करना चाहते हो कि नहीं करना चाहते. अगर इफ यू वांट टू cover this topic you can, because in MCQs it can be asked, otherwise SCQs में जो है usually नहीं पूछे जाते. और उसवा आपने क्या कहते हैं, अगर आप लोगों के पास पास पेपर्स हैं, सॉफ्ट कॉपी है पास पेपर्स की, तो प्लीज शेयर विद मी सो दैट आई शुड नो दैट कौन कौन से क्वेश्चंस हैं, किस तरह से हैं, क्योंकि मेरे पास जो थी वो सारी कॉलेज में है और यूजुअली हमारा कॉलेज आना नहीं हो रहा आजकल. तो आप मुझे जो है अगर किसी के पास है तो वो मुझसे शेयर कर लें. ठीक है? या डॉक्टर महविश से शेयर कर लें, अगर मेरा नंबर नहीं है उनके पास, डॉक्टर महविश से शेयर कर लें. तो सर हम कीमोथेरेपी के बाद हम जो है दूसरे सिस्टम स्टार्ट करेंगे. वो आप लोगों ने मुझे बता देना है कि आफ्टर कीमोथेरेपी विच सिस्टम यू वांट टू रिवाइज. ठीक है? तो हम अकॉर्डिंगली उसको फिर प्लान कर लेंगे और फिर हम कोशिश करेंगे कि जो है आपके जो एग्जाम में एमसीक्यूज आपके आए हुए हैं उनको हम प्रेफर करें, उन पर हम टेंशन अपनी दें. ठीक है? ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. स्टे ब्लेस्ड.